Make sure you know it.
Parents are gone. They left yesterday. They made it back yet, or no? They're still.
Probably did like 02. Yeah.
Oh, that is amazing. Like, I'm like,
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
I know.
Mr. Lewis doing that.
Letting Lily's position kind of like. I'm sorry, what's the last one? What else?
Not just a second. It's not live. Benny, they're waiting for your document. What are you looking for? It's not on. It's not live. Yeah, you can hear it, but it's not live. Oh, for people.
Yeah.
Because he can hear it because of he said, look at me. Alright. Sir? No, this is going YouTube now. YouTube?
How soon will it post to YouTube? Live?
Yeah, this is live video.
Good?
Yeah.
Outstanding. Good morning, all.
Good morning, and welcome to today's graduation ceremony at Officer Candidate School, Training Education Command, Quantico, Virginia. Today's pre-ceremony concert was performed by the Quantico Marine Corps Band under the direction of Staff Sergeant Carpenter and the drum major, Gunnery Sergeant McCormick. The ceremony will begin in 5 minutes. Please take your seats. As a reminder, please turn off all electronic devices. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the commanding officer, Officer Candidate School, Colonel David C. Hyman, welcome to the Officer Candidate School graduation parade for Company L. Please rise for the invocation by Command Chaplain Lieutenant Randy Bennett, Chaplain Corps, United States Navy.
Let us pray. Almighty and ever-loving Creator, source of all wisdom and understanding, we're thankful for the opportunity to gather together today. After more than a year of lockdown, the activity aboard Brown Field, the presence of family members and guests is truly a blessing. We're thankful for all that you teach us each day. We are thankful for the men of Lima Company, for all that you have taught them in their time of training. Thank you for the challenges, the camaraderie, the resilience they have exhibited during these 2 weeks of restriction of movement, 5 weeks of training. Lord, we invite your presence in this graduation and commissioning ceremony. We ask that you would speak to the hearts of everyone present, that we would understand the significance, the weight of responsibility that these candidates, soon to be second lieutenants, are about to commit themselves to. May they bear it well. May they honor you, their nation, the Marine Corps, their families, and themselves throughout their career. Please keep your hand of protection upon them. May your angels camp round about them in times of peril. May they lead their Marines with humble authority, being ever mindful of your work in their lives. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Thank you, and please be seated. Today's ceremony begins with the introduction of staff in support of Company L. Drill instructors leave an indelible impression on young Americans wherever Marines are born by fulfilling an essential and demanding role. They transform young men and women into smartly disciplined, physically fit, basically trained Marines who are thoroughly indoctrined in love of corps and country. They demand of their recruits and demonstrate by their own example the highest standards of personal conduct, morality, and professional skills. Drill instructors must use their unique talents, skills, and experience to identify and evaluate leadership potential in their officer candidates. While not creating basic Marines, the discipline and understanding of the ethos of the Marine Corps instilled in the candidates is critical to the future of the Corps. Equally important is the awesome responsibility they assume by representing the staff non-commissioned officer corps to a new generation of Marine leaders. The officers beside them are the platoon commanders, who are leaders chosen from every element of the Marine Corps, chosen because of their moral, mental, physical, and leadership qualities. These officers represent our school's motto, Ductus Exemplo, which is Latin for lead by example. Through the inspiring leadership and mentorship of their training company staff, the candidates of Platoon Leaders Class seniors have successfully completed a challenging program of instruction over the past 6 weeks. They have hiked more than 15 miles, ran 32 miles, executed hundreds of push-ups, received 35 hours of classroom instruction, and conducted 10 hours of close-order drill. The Marines standing in front of you are the drill instructors and platoon commanders who push these candidates past their perceived limitations to help them accomplish their goal of becoming a United States Marine. Ladies and gentlemen, the drill instructors and platoon commanders of Company L. Each cycle, from among a group of highly professional staff non-commissioned officers, one drill instructor distinguishes themselves from their peers. This drill instructor is the one who, in the opinion of their seniors and peers, best demonstrates the balance between taskmaster and mentor. The hospital corpsman is also a vital part of the staff here at Officer Candidate School, providing quality care for both the staff and the candidates. The first relationship between the hospital corps and the United States Marines was established in 1898. When hospital corpsmen were assigned to the Marine Corps Expeditionary Battalion, which landed at Guantanamo Bay during the Spanish-American War. The Navy Hospital Corps is the only all-enlisted corps in the United States military and one of the oldest ratings in the Navy. It's also the most decorated. 22 Medals of Honor have been awarded to the corpsmen. Corpsmen have become an integral part of the Marine Corps. They go everywhere the Marines go, supporting every mission. From amongst a skilled group of corpsmen, one distinguishes themselves from their peers. Additionally, each cycle, from amongst the groups of highly professional academic instructors, one is identified as the instructor who has distinguished themselves from their peers. Furthermore, every cycle, a Marine is selected as the Eagle Award recipient, who has selflessly and substantially contributed to the support and training of the officer candidates. These Marines and sailors are the ones who, in the opinion of their seniors and peers, as well as the candidates, best demonstrate the passing of knowledge between instructor and student.
Detail. Halt. Left. Face.
Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Hyman and Sergeant Major Belinsky, the commanding officer and Sergeant Major of Officer Candidate School, will now present these awards.
And salute. Good morning, sir. Ready, shoot.
In recognition of his performance, Gunnery Sergeant Perkins of Company L will receive the Marine Corps Association Outstanding Drill Instructor of the Cycle Award. In recognition of his performance, Petty Officer 3 Reineman of Company L will receive the Marine Corps Association Outstanding Corpsman of the Cycle Award. In recognition of his performance, Captain Vincent of the Academic Section will receive the Marine Corps Association Academic Instructor of the Cycle Award. In recognition of his performance, Corporal Kimball of the S6 Section will receive the Eagle Award. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for these Marines and sailors.
Post. And salute. Good morning, sir. Ready, two, right, face. Forward, punch.
Participating in today's parade are the Quantico Marine Corps Band and the TBS Artillery Instructor Battery. The candidate taking his position on the parade deck is the commander of troops for today's parade. He is Candidate Johnson of Lima Company, 2nd Platoon.
Step. Forward.
Present-day parades in the Marine Corps have their basis in both history and tradition. The mass formation of troops on one long line at close interval made possible the massing of firepower for muzzle-loaded muskets of yesterday. In those early days, the line of battle was just that, a line of 2 or 3 ranks, and looked much like the parade formation you will see today. The adjutant forms the line for battle. The candidate taking his position on the parade deck is the adjutant for today's parade. He is Candidate Cook of Lima Company, 3rd Platoon.
So, attention! Sound! Adjutant's call! Battalion! Attention! Present! Out! Order! Order! Report!
One gun recall bay. All present.
Company L! All present are accounted for! Attention to orders! Headquarters! Officer Candidate School! Training Command! Training and Education Command! Quantico, Virginia! 10 July 2021! The officer of the day today is Captain Roberts. The officer of the day tomorrow is Staff Sergeant Mackenzie. By order of D.C. Hyman, Colonel, United States Marine Corps. Commanding officers. Center! March!
At the Command Officer Center March, all unit commanders and guidon bearers march to the front and center of the formation. Historically, it was at this point that the commanding officer would issue orders and instructions to unit commanders. Following this, the unit commanders would face about, return to their units, and pass the information on to their Marines. Ladies and gentlemen, the reviewing officer for today's parade is Brigadier General Eric E. Austin, Director, Capabilities Development Directorate. Brigadier General Austin was commissioned a second lieutenant in 1991, earned his wings as a naval aviator in 1994, and selected to fly the AV-8 Bravo Harrier. Brigadier General Austin has extensive operational and tactical experience in the AV-8 Bravo, to include deployment aboard amphibious shipping as part of a Marine Expeditionary Unit, and combat experience in multiple deployments to Kuwait and Iraq. He commanded Marine Attack Squadron 211 from May 2007 to November of 2008, and more recently commanded Marine Aircraft Group 14 from June 2014 to May 2016. He also served as the Deputy Commander, United States Marine Corps Forces Command. His staff assignments include Military Secretary to the Commandant of the Marine Corps, Assistant Chief of Staff for Operations, 1st Marine Aircraft Wing, Pacific Command Action Officer, Operations Directorate for the Joint Staff, J-39, Executive Officer, Marine Aircraft Group 13, Executive Officer, Marine Attack Squadron 513, Weapons and Tactics Instructor, Marine Aviation Weapons and Tactics Squadron 1, and various squadron billets and operations, aviation maintenance, aviation safety, and pilot training. He is a school-trained aviation safety officer, a qualified landing signals officer, and a weapons and tactics instructor. Brigadier General Austin graduated from the Naval Academy with a Bachelor's of Science in Aeronautical Engineering in 1991, was a distinguished graduate of the Basic School in 1992, and completed flight school in 1994. He's awarded a Master's of National Security Strategy from the National War College in 2010. Graduated from the Marine Corps University Senior Planners course in 2012 and completed the Harvard Business School Advanced Management Program in 2013. Brigadier General Eric Austin assumed the duties as the Director Capabilities Development Directorate, Combat Development and Integration in June 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, Brigadier General Austin. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for honors to Brigadier General Austin. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Stop! Order! Halt! Order! Halt! Personnel to be awarded in all colors. Center! March! Forward! March!
The candidates approaching the reviewing stand are to be honored for their outstanding achievement while undergoing training and evaluation here at Officer Candidate School over the past 6 weeks.
Present arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you, and please be seated.
Stop. Order. March. Order. March. Parade. Rest. Parade. Rest.
The reviewing officer will now be accompanied by Colonel Hyman and Sergeant Major Belinsky, the commanding officer and Sergeant Major of Officer Candidate School.
Stop. Parade. Rest.
Marine Corps Association Honor Graduate Award. The certificate is presented to the candidate with the highest overall average from Platoon Leaders Course Seniors. The Company L recipient is Candidate Johnson from 2nd Platoon. He attained an overall average of 94.11%. Presenting this award is Sergeant Major Kevin Bennett, USMC retired, from the Marine Corps Association Foundation. The NROTC recipient is Candidate Morford from 1st Platoon. He attained an overall average of 93.87%. Marine Federal Credit Union Award. This award is presented to the candidate with the highest total academic average. The Platoon Leaders Class Seniors recipient is Candidate McCarthy from 1st Platoon. He attained an overall academic average of 96.22%. Marine Corps Association Leadership Certificate. This certificate is presented to the candidate with the highest leadership average from Platoon Leaders Course Seniors. The Marine Corps Association Leadership Certificate recipient is Candidate Blood from 2nd Platoon. He attained an overall leadership average of 95.41%. Presenting this award is Sergeant Major Kevin Bennett, USMC retired, from the Marine Corps Association Foundation. United States Marine Corps Commandant's Trophy for PLC. The United States Marine Corps' Commandant's Trophy is awarded to the candidates with the overall highest average in the platoon leaders class. The trophy was initiated in 1957 to recognize members of the platoon leaders class who have distinguished themselves at summer training. The candidates' universities will receive the traveling trophy when a representative of the Commandant presents it to that university in the fall. The PLC senior recipient is Candidate Johnson from 2nd Platoon. He attained an overall average of 94.11%. The NROTC recipient is Candidate Morford from 1st Platoon. He attained an overall average of 93.87%. Royal Marine Trophy. This award is a revolving award presented to the platoon that attains the highest total points for physical training. The Company L recipient is 2nd Platoon. Presenting the award is Color Sergeant Burley, Royal Marine, Physical Training Advisor for Officer Candidate School. Marine Corps Association Gung Ho Award. This award is presented to the candidate who is voted most gung ho by their peers in the company. The Company L recipient is Candidate Endem from 2nd Platoon. Officer Candidate School Physical Fitness Award. This certificate is presented to the candidates who have achieved the highest physical training average. The Platoon Leaders Class Seniors recipient is Candidate Rayner from 1st Platoon. He attained a physical fitness average of 99.76%. Additional platoon achievement is the Company Close Order Drill Award and was awarded to 4th Platoon. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a round of applause for our award recipients.
Post! Hands. Salute. Good morning, sir. Ready? 2. Left. Face. Forward. March. Stop. Hudson. Hut. Battalion. Hudson. Hut. Post the colors. Staff. Color. Right. Counter mark. Face. March. Forward. March. Face. Forward, march. Parade! Rest! Parade, rest. Stop. Parade, rest.
Ladies and gentlemen, the commanding officer of Officer Candidate School, Colonel Hyman.
Hey, good morning, all. Hey, what a spectacular day to welcome everybody to Brownfield. Those of you here today, Major General Davis, sir, we are honored by your presence today, so thank you for being here with your family. Brigadier General Austin, thank you in advance, sir, for your comments today and serving as our reviewing official. I want to recognize quickly a team of Marines before we get started. First off, today's special because it's our first time in about a year that we've opened up our graduations and welcomed back families and friends to Brownfield. But today is extra special when you have Marines representing the Quantico Marine Band and the TBS Artillery Demonstration Unit just bringing that extra pop to such an auspicious occasion. So please join me in a round of applause for the Marines from the Quantico Marine Band. Hey, second, so I want to recognize, one, thank you for all that are here. Again, welcome to Brownfield, the home of Officer Candidate School. But a special thank you to the families who weren't able to be here today that are joining us from all across the United States and overseas that are joining in to watch this special someone today graduate. I thank you all, for the families that are here and online, for making great young men and women. They truly represent today, Lima Company, they represent all that is good in America, and they do definitely represent the values that you hold dear to you. So thank you for your encouragement and your support of Lima Company. Secondly, I want to recognize the team of Marines that, quite frankly, probably don't get enough recognition, and that's the entire OCS support team that makes today's ceremony just that much more special because they do so much behind the scenes. It's from our OCS Medical to the Marines manning the checkpoint to the Marines over at the ROM site, just creating a safe environment for these candidates to train. And a special thank you to Major Black, First Sergeant Sensing, and all the sergeant instructors who continue to make Marines so that we continue as the Marine Corps to win our nation's battles and return quality citizens. And forgive me while I turn my back and acknowledge the Marines here today, or the candidates that are graduating, soon to become United States Marine Corps officers. Lima Company, good morning. Good morning, sir. Hey, look, we talked yesterday. Each of you desired to join the Marine Corps and earn the title, as well as the honor and the privilege of leading Marines for your own reasons. But I tell you now, you have your own experiences at OCS, but you're now part of a special bond, and you share a spirit of fellowship and camaraderie with thousands of Marines who have earned the Eagle Globe and Anchor here at Brownfield. Sergeant Major and I are extremely proud of you. You are worthy of this recognition. We look forward to serving with you in the fleet. And remember, to serve Marines, to lead Marines, is an honor and it's a privilege. God bless you. Semper Fidelis. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduates of Platoon Leaders Class, Lima Company, 2021. Thank you so much. Want to welcome Brigadier General Eric Smash Austin, the Director of the Capability Development Directorate here aboard Quantico. Sir.
What a spectacular day, my goodness. I'm not sure it was this nice when I graduated here 1 or 2 years ago. And did anyone else see the bald eagle fly by back there just a minute ago? I mean, it could not be a nicer day. So welcome to Quantico on a spectacular Saturday morning. Welcome to Brownfield, and just enjoy this vibe because it is a pretty special day for us. General Kelly, sir, you were honored to have you here with us. It's a special day for your family and the Durkach family, so what a great honor to have you here. Ladies and gentlemen that were able to join us in person per the chaplain and per Colonel Hyman's comments, it's just a special day because we've gone far too long having people in the stands here, and it's kind of an incomplete event, and it just means a lot to have you here, and we look forward to in the near term filling the stands all the way out, maybe even having a little traffic aboard MCA's Quantico to really honor these graduates the way we want to. And to the families on Facebook or streaming, welcome, and per Colonel Hyman's comments, we're just honored and proud to have you join us for this ceremony as well, and hope you can get as much out of this as you can via that application. And I guess there's also being recorded on YouTube over here, so we've got a lot going on here. But I will tell you, I had the privilege a couple days ago to Thursday actually go spend some time with the CEO, with Colonel Hyman, and we hung out. His office is where you see those pillars right there, and you can see the small balcony out there. And he and I stood out in that balcony for about an hour and just talked about Lima Company, we know each other, it's a small Marine Corps, caught up a little bit, but what I noticed as we were standing there is I had what I'll call is kind of this Pavlovian response, right? I'm back to Brownfield, 31 years later. Then 31 years ago, in the bottom of that barracks, Grand Barracks there, bottom left side, to the month, I stood out there in that formation and graduated from Officer Candidate School. So you find yourself just kind of standing a little bit taller. And then you get a little nervous because you're with the CEO of OCS. And that's a big deal. Right, Colonel Hyman? Yeah, it is, absolutely. So I just, to Colonel Hyman and the Sergeant Major and the XO, I'm just honored to be here today. So thank you for this opportunity. And I'll tell you, over the span of 31 years, there's a lot of things you remember and a lot of things you forget. And I will tell you, one of the things that I forgot is who spoke at my graduation. I don't remember a word they said. So to the men of Lima Company, it's Austin, spelled like Texas, A-U-S-T-I-N, all right? Not like the author, like the city. In all seriousness, I don't remember that. I do remember being in that formation. I do remember puddles of sweat up beneath my knuckles. Fortunately, they're not having that experience, I hope, today. But I do remember vividly, clearly, the faces, the voices, and the lessons I learned from the commanding officer of TBS, Colonel Wes Fox, Medal of Honor winner from Vietnam. I do remember my platoon commander, Captain Tom Rich, my platoon sergeant, Gunnery Sergeant Bishop, and my sergeant instructor, Staff Sergeant Ballesteros. And I can picture them today. And they left an indelible positive impact on me during that 6 weeks that I was here at Brownfield. And Major Black, First Sergeant, to your team, congratulations, because you just did the exact same thing to these Marines that stand in front of us today. And on live stream, that's the train saluting Lima Company. I'll try and talk a little louder so you can hear it, but that's much like the Eagle, we scheduled the train to come by for a quick salute as well. Fortunately, it's a short one. But you just had that same positive impact to these Marines standing in front of us, and it takes hard work, it takes ethics, it takes creativity, and it really is an amazing feat that you guys have done, and the results are in front of us, and they're spectacular, and they're just getting started. So congratulations, and per Colonel Hyman's comments, thank you all for the wonderful work that you've done there. To the Marines, I'm going to turn my back like Colonel Hyman did briefly, to the Marines of Lima Company. You came here to be trained and educated in the knowledge and attributes it takes to be a Marine officer. But not only that, you also came here to be tested, to be evaluated, to be screened for the moral, physical, mental, and leadership qualities that we know are necessary to be an officer of Marines. And congratulations, you made it. And not everyone made it, but you did, so that's a big deal. And my only advice to you is to understand that you got here through grit, preparation, and a lot of personal hard work. But I want you to remember this is a team sport. at a lot of levels. It's a team sport with your peers and your platoon and in your company. And these are folks that you're going to know. These are Marines that you're going to know the rest of your life, that you're going to serve with, and you're going to be in tough spots with. You're going to get out of tough spots together, and that matters. It's a team sport with your instructors, with the company staff, who are now going to transition from coaches to teammates. And it's a team sport with your families. So to the families, briefly, I just want to thank you for the foundation that you've established to allow these Marines to be successful. And like I said, they're just getting started. The Marines in front of you have tremendous potential, tremendous opportunities ahead of them, and they have tremendous responsibilities ahead of them. The Marine Corps is going through a pretty big change right now, and I'm kind of in the heart of that evolution, and we're adjusting to meet the threat as we see it in the near term and in the future. And it requires a lot of technical solutions. It requires a lot of changes to formations and changes to capabilities, but that's not what matters. The Marine Corps is a people organization. Our secret weapon, ladies and gentlemen, is right there. It's those Marines right there and what they represent. So we're proud of you. We're excited for you. And while I can't predict the future, what I will tell you is that these Marines have just joined the finest fighting organization on the face of the planet. Another salute from the train here. And these Marines earned the title Marine, and that isn't. It's not a title. It's a calling, and many of you know that. So, and it's a righteous calling. So we're proud of you. And I'm going to pretty much stop there, other than just to say you look wonderful, Marines. Thanks to the band, thanks to the TBS Marines, and again to the Lima Company staff. Thank you for what you've done to prepare these Marines. We're proud of you, and I hope you're proud of yourself. To the families, I hope you will revel in the fact today that you've got a Marine in the family, and in many cases, another Marine, right? Actually, I had some squadron mates over last night who've got candidates graduating here, and some friends in the crowd here. It's pretty neat. But revel in the fact today, in this beautiful July day here in Virginia, that you've got another Marine in the family, and continue to support them and get ready for the journey. And to the Marines of Lima Company, as Colonel Hyman stated, boy, I'm proud of you. I'm proud to serve with you. It's a small Marine Corps. I look forward to seeing you in the fleet. So again, it's an honor to be here today. Thank you very much, and Semper Fidelis.
Stop! Watch it! Hut! Battalion! Watch it! Hut! Aye, aye, sir. Pass! In! Review! Right! Fix!
The reviewing officer now is Commanding Officer Unit School, Colonel Hyman. Rapids, Iowa, who is attending Iowa State University. The color guard is commanded by Sergeant Morales from Brooklyn, New York. Sergeant Morales is the Officer Candidate School Color Sergeant. Third platoon is commanded by Candidate Brinkman from Anchorage, Alaska, who is attending the University of Alaska Fairbanks.
Aye! Right!
Fourth platoon is commanded by Candidate Bennett from Pelham, Georgia, who is attending the University of Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of Anchors Aweigh and singing of the Marines Hymn.
sir.
Company commander, dismiss your company.
Aye, sir. Platoon commander, dismiss your platoon.
Aye, sir.